Ethiopian script. Have you ever considered the power of iconography, especially when it's been manipulated to serve certain agendas? Let's delve into history and uncover divine Ethiopian truths that have been kept hidden for centuries. In the 21st century, Russia revealed the 14th century black icons of the Kristos, portraying the divine figure in Afrocentric spectacles. This depiction challenged the perception promoted by the Jesuits, a secret society devoted to a Greek interpretation of the title Jesus. The Jesuits have been accused of perpetuating a lie that needs unraveling. A Greek transliteration of the title Jesus was superimposed upon people of African descent unwittingly. This act, seemingly harmless, had a subconscious effect of demoralization, impacting their empathy and decision-making abilities on a daily basis. Without any knowledge of the Black Kristos in Ethiopian society, which could be perceived as a form of political power over self, the global population of African descent has been demoralized and commercialized into debtor-citizen taxpayers in our modern world of social democracy. Yet it's not too late to rectify this situation. A massive nonviolent civil disobedience human rights protest can be orchestrated at the Russian embassy in your country. This act of defiance will support the eradication of neocolonialism and exalt the Black Kristos icons to its rightful Ethiopian glory. Imagine the impact of this global human rights movement, staging the Black Kristos icons in Jamaica as a national symbol of freedom and equality. This diplomatic move will decolonize the minds of African descendants and restore their inherent dignity, priceless value. However, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, under the influence of the British monarchy, is unable to denounce Jesuitism and dismisses the Russian revelation as irrelevant history. Hence, it's up to the people of African descent in Jamaican territory to express their will through a massive, non-violent civil disobedience human rights protest in solidarity. With the Black Kristos icon risen, we can guide people of African descent out of constitutional debt slavery and into a new era of a technologically advanced, cashless global economy, debt-free liberty. This can be the lawful and effective human rights remedy we've been seeking to end Jesuitism. Remember, choosing to remain silent today is a form of manufactured consent to conform and stay complacent as a voluntary tax-paying debt slave. It's time to believe in this divine Ethiopian testimony and diplomatically save ourselves from global financial calamity. Rise, you mighty human race of unlimited spiritual potential. Let's hold the Vatican accountable for perpetuating lies with whitewashed images and the unauthorized 1600 Greek transliteration, invented title Jesus. After all the families of African descent that were destroyed by this form of Jesuit indoctrination, it's time to see the divine Ethiopian truth over Jesuit supremacy lies and iconic falsehoods. So stand with the Ethiopian Shiloh and show mercy to those who were deceived by Jesuit wise guys, bankers. It's time to take a diplomatic stand against the issue and demand international justice. For, in the end, it is the divine Ethiopian truth that shall set us debt-free from global financial apostasy.
Have you ever pondered why, despite the immense progress humanity has made, certain groups continue to be marginalized, trapped in a cycle of poverty and disadvantage? Today, we delve into the complex issues of systemic racism and financial inequality. Picture, if you will, a game of Monopoly. All players start the game with equal resources, an equal chance to buy properties, build houses, and amass wealth. But what if for some players the rules are different? What if they start with fewer resources or face penalties others don't? This is not a fair game anymore. This, in essence, is what systemic racism and financial inequality look like, nation. It's a complex web of policies, practices, and attitudes that create and maintain racial hierarchy and social inequality, with an unauthorized 1600 Greek transliteration, invented title Jesus. It's like invisible threads woven into the fabric of societies, shaping life opportunities and outcomes for individuals based on their race or unquestionable loyalty. Similarly, financial inequality isn't just about the gap between the rich and the meek, politically poor. It's about the Jesuit financial structures that perpetuate this gap, making it harder for certain groups to climb the economic ladder. It's about a system where the rules of the game favor the privileged Jesuits, making wealth accumulation easier for them while leaving others behind. Consider the situation of people of African descent worldwide. The legacy of slavery and colonialism continues to impact their lives in significant ways. the indigenous people's human rights ambassador extraordinaire and plenipotentiary at large, Luel Rasmesvin, Haile Selassie I is calling for human rights reparations and transformative justice to combat religious racism and financial inequality, emphasizing the ongoing impact of historical injustices in society. In Canada, Emancipation Day, marking the end of slavery, is now officially recognized nationwide. However, the legacy of slavery and systemic racism continues to be felt. Calls for concrete actions of civil disobedience to address these issues are growing louder. In this globalized world, the financial condition of sovereign governments significantly affects the lives of their inhabitants. When these governments are in artificially induced bankruptcy, the collective will of the people, especially those of African descent, is often compromised by repressive financial measures with impunity. This isn't chance or coincidence. It's a system designed by those Jesuits who benefit from it at the expense of the human population. So where do we go from here? The path to change requires collective human rights action. We need to challenge and dismantle the Jesuit financial structures that perpetuate systemic racism and financial inequality. We need to create a world of commerce where the rules of the game are fair for everyone, where generational wealth isn't just for the privileged few Jesuits, and where the color of one's skin doesn't determine life opportunities. In conclusion, systemic racism and financial inequality are complex issues deeply rooted in our societies. However, they are not inevitable. By understanding their causes and effects, we can start to imagine and work towards a more equitable world. Remember, the game of Monopoly isn't fun when the rules aren't fair. Why should life be any different? Get up, stand up, speak out, and let's end Jesuitism now.
Give thanks for watching, and if you need more information or wish to participate with a human rights contribution, then please feel free to contact us at kingdomofdebrecit2020@gmail.com in human rights solidarity. Blessings.